Hello, and welcome to today's Studio Armor review. It's been a while since I've put out one of these because my armies haven't been added to very much until very recently as I'm working through my backlog of model projects. And today I finished the Forge World bit that I bought a little over a year ago, and that basically is a missile pod variant. Now, most of you are familiar with the Ion and railgun version of this, as well as the Skyray, but in the Imperial Armor, I think it's Volume 3, the Taros campaign, they introduced some additional wet tank weapons. One of them is a dual long-range fusion, one's dual long-range plasma. This one is missile pods. Now, originally, the basic stat line, same as the Hammerhead, but the gun system, weapon system it was including, had the smart missile systems, but it also had a velocity tracker war gear piece, and that allowed it to target flyers. As far as the weapons themselves, it was only standard missile pods, a pair of standard missile pods. So you'd have four strength 7 AP4 shots, but you could shoot at flyers. So this gave you another anti-flyer version or option in addition to the Skyray, which only had 6 missiles to fire. Now this one didn't have marker lights, but that didn't really need it since it had velocity tracker. Now, come with 8th edition, they changed things a bit. This is now considered the the TX7 bombardment support Hammerhead. So they completely changed its role, at least in the Imperial Armor Index. No longer does it have the ability to shoot at flyers, so it should have a +1 to flyer, but it doesn't. Instead, they converted the 2 missile pods into 2 high-yield missile pods. So now it has 8 strength 7 AP4, well now it's AP-1 shots. So its whole role is different. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I bought this bit for the anti-flyer capability. We'll have to see what I do with it now, but it looks cool anyway. I do like that. So a little closer look at the model bit. Okay, now it comes without the hatch. The hatch is actually from one of my existing models, and it actually doesn't quite fit. You need to cut down the width of that hinge piece to actually make it fit in the hinge spot. But that's the kit as it comes. You basically add on these 2 pieces on the end that I believe is where what would have been the velocity trackers. You have 2 missile pods, and then you have the actual gun deck itself. So that's all there is to it as far as the pieces go. Okay, now I'm back to several lights. Now for Tau, the lights have slightly different meaning for us. For us, red is danger. For Tau, red's all systems go, green is danger. So a little bit of backwardness there, but that's kind of cool. So I put a couple lights in there, systems go, systems in standby or caution, whatever. I prefer to have my missiles not very colorful. So they're black missiles with the standard my light green paint scheme. Now, actually doing the lines wasn't too complicated because they're pretty deep. However, on the tops here, these are not actually, you actually had to draw the black line with paint across parts of it because the casting wasn't deep with some of those. Now I was able to use paintbrush, very fine paintbrush, to actually put black paint in. Other places I enhanced it with just Nuln oil. Alright, so there's the Bombardment support Hammerhead. Now, the meta I'm playing in right now, it's very, very heavily skewed toward high wound, high armor models. Monster creatures, Primarchs, Demon Princes, Super Heavies. So Railgun really has a lot more to do on the battlefield where I play right now than this would. But if the meta ever gets to switch to where infantry become more important, then this may find a place on my battlefield a little more often than not. So at this point, I probably won't see this in many of the games I'm going to play unless I throw something together narratively, but it's just like at this point I like the model, and I'll just have to kind of settle myself in with that thought instead of worrying about playing with this particular one in my actual army. So stay tuned for developments. Is the Codex drops, hopefully in October, and the Imperial Armor. I don't know when that's going to come out. But when they come out with the Imperial Armor supplement, we'll see if the stats on this change, and we'll see if by then the meta shifts away from this elite high powerful low model count game that I'm currently involved in. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. Not much to this kit, but at least this another one off my list. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.